George Benson's on Broadway. We began with one I'm sure you knew, Autumn Leaves. Up next, Chuck Mangione's Feels So Good, featuring Danny Loretz on flugelhorn. We have a guest vocalist with us tonight, Jamie Stewart. Jamie Stewart sings with the Hot Springs Village Big Band regularly, and so we're happy to have him filling in tonight with us on a couple of Dean Martin tunes, and then maybe one near the end of this set. Ain't that a kick in the head?
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fellow once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head is spinning, I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't that a kick in the head? The fellow once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head is spinning, I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me that we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Sticking with the Dean Martin theme. Somebody have that drink for me out there. You're nobody till somebody loves you. Well, you're nobody till somebody cares. You may be king, you may possess the world and its gold, but gold won't bring you happiness when you're getting old. The world still is the same, you'll never change it. As sure as the stars shine above. Well, you're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love. Let's hear it, guys. the same. You'll never change it. As sure as the stars shine above, you're nobody till somebody loves you. So find yourself somebody to love.
Next up, Over the Rainbow, featuring Guido Ricci and Danny Loretz, a duet. Great arrangement by Alan Baylock, who was the chief arranger for many years for one of our military bands. He's now at North Texas State University leading the 1 O'Clock Jazz Band. So hope you enjoy this great arrangement, Over the Rainbow. Who remembers the one-hit wonder by the Spiral Staircase? What was it? More today than yesterday. This was arranged for the Jazz Ambassadors, the U.S. Army Field Band. Great arrangement. A little bit different than what you're used to hearing on this song, but it's a wonderful arrangement, again, for the Jazz Ambassadors, and we love to play it. It's going to feature Craig Grubbs on the trombone on a solo, and also Jacob Farah on the guitar. How about a little blues? Sweet Home Chicago. Jerry Williams, alto sax. We're going to slow things down quite a bit, bring down the volume a little bit, do a Joe Cocker pop song from the 70s. We're going to bring Jamie Stewart back up to perform You Are So Beautiful.
You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything that I hoped for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. Such joy and happiness you bring. Such joy and happiness you bring, like a dream. You're what I hope for. You're heaven's gift to me. You are so beautiful to me. My guiding light in the night, heaven's gift to me. You are so beautiful to me. Beautiful to me.
We're going to finish out this set and take about a 10-minute break before the ceremony begins. Good jazz standard to end things on. Nice and laid back, nice and easy band. Okay, Satin Doll.
Check, check. Check, check.
Can they play a soft melody until you're ready? Can you play a soft melody? There was you choose the live connection. Can you play a soft melody? Is that okay?
Play something you know.
They're gonna play a soft melody until you're ready. Oh. I asked you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be starting momentarily. Thank you. Whatever y'all doing, keep doing it. Well, they're trying to get the YouTube live set up. So they're trying to have it? Yeah, I don't know what, so they're getting, the gentleman up there is going to give me a thumbs up when he's ready. You all can play some music if you want. I'll tell him. While we're waiting, we're working on a technical difficulty right now, but we're waiting and it'll be resolved soon. The restrooms are on the left and the right. Should you need to take a break, it's right there on the left and right. You'll see the restrooms. And we will get started momentarily. Thank you. Okay, we are ready. Okay. Is everybody feeling okay this evening? Great. Thank you for your patience. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation's 2026 Arkansas Jazz Hall of Fame. All right. I'm Kim Betton, born and raised in Little Rock, been all over the country. It's always good to come back home and help serve. I am the media director and board member for the Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation and your MC for this evening. Without further ado, we'll move right along. We will follow the program tonight as printed, okay? Tonight we celebrate excellence while preserving Arkansas's rich jazz history. We will induct 6 outstanding musicians into the Arkansas Jazz Hall of Fame: Charles Randolph Randy Goodrum, Jonathan Courant, David Rosen, Martin D. Marty Rosen posthumously, Larry Ross, York Williams Sr. posthumously. Let's give these inductees a round of applause. Yes, yes, yes. All right, we have a wonderful evening planned for you. And now it is a pleasure to welcome Michael Cobb. He is the president of the Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation. He has special recognitions. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you, Kim. Thanks to all of you for coming to this beautiful facility. I don't know if any of you have been here before or visited before the renovation. I came here about 5 or 6 years ago on a Saturday afternoon. Had to walk up the stairs, but it turned out that was my exercise for the day. I didn't have to go to the gym that night, so that was good. But this is just beautiful. It's just lovely. I feel the vibes here. The vibes are just wonderful. The setting is great. I really like this, and I kind of wonder, could we do this like next week too, or whatever? That would be fun. But we're so glad that you're here, and I have some recognition to make for the board of directors. We have the Arkansas Heritage Foundation Board of Directors, and I want to tell you who they are. I'm going to call their name out and ask them to stand. We have Chuck Mitchell, Vice President. James Thompson, Secretary, Treasurer, and Original Incorporator. Kim Betton, who you just heard, Director. Sterling Ingram, Director. Alan McMillan, Director. Nan Renault, Director. Gerald Sloan, Director. Melissa Woods, Director. Albert Everett, Webmaster. And Blake Hendricks, our legal agent and incorporator. Let's give them all another big round of applause. Thank them for that. Also, I'm sure we have some past inductees into the Hall of Fame. I've seen a few of you. If you would, please stand and let us see you. If you're an inductee, past inductee into the Arkansas Jazz Hall of Fame, please stand and let's give them a round of applause. We're so glad. So now I will have James Thompson, our original incorporator, come and tell you a few things about the organization. You're right behind me.
You can sit right there and wait for me.
Okay, I will.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for your patience getting this going. It's been a long time since 1992 when we incorporated this organization. And that president was our treasurer. He joined me about 93, 94, so he's been around a long time too. And he didn't acknowledge himself, I don't think. So in recognition, every time we do this, we recognize the venue. Carrie McCoy. You're going to have to stop mixing drinks for a second and come up here and get an award. Carrie McCoy, and I'll let her tell you her life is this building. Poured love and faith. And I was here back in the days when this roof was collapsed. And she showed me that, and with peril, showed me the ballroom. Can you come up, Carrie, and get this, or we want Matt to do it? Since you're here, and you look lovely, Miss Carrie McCoy. Matt needs to be up here too. Matt is the director of the Dreamland Ballroom. There he is.
Thank y'all for coming out. This is like a dream come true to me. I really do feel like I'm living the dream. I'm old enough to retire. And when you get to this age, you can do whatever you want to do. And I decided I wanted to do service work, and I'm glad y'all are letting me serve y'all at the bar in the Dreamland Ballroom that I absolutely love. It's a hole where all my money has gone for 30-something years. Thank y'all for coming and sharing it with me.
Here, Carrie, to hang up is an induction plaque for these inductions with all of the inductees on it. So you've got 6 more people, probably a couple that have already performed in this hall.
Listen, y'all, this guy is as passionate about what he does as I am about what I do. We can't thank you enough. Thank you.
You're welcome. Like I said, this guy, Michael Lewis Cobb, has been with us for quite a while, and if you go out in Little Rock, chances are if there's a jazz gig, Michael's there with his wife Jerry. And that's one of the things we do. We go out and support live jazz being performed in jazz venues in Central Arkansas, and we try to make it up to Northwest Arkansas too, and around different parts of the state. So, Mike, I'd like to present you with an award this year for being the 2026 Jazz Person of the Year award. Am I behind the mic?
Thank you.
You want to say something about it? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's shaped like Arkansas. And I've been shaped by Arkansas. I'm a Memphis boy, but I've been in Little Rock since 1975. And I love this town. This is a wonderful city. It's a wonderful place. It's so much fun to be in Little Rock. All of us hear people talk about it, but they must be talking about a different place, because I love Little Rock. I love Central Arkansas, and I love jazz, and so do you. So I'm going to shut up so we can hear some music. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike, for your service. And if you want to find out more about our history, go to our website, airjazz.org, or to the Facebook page, Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation on Facebook. And I'd like to get going with one of our a tune from one of our 2018 inductees, Miss Nan Maureen Renault and the Swing Band Reunion.
but not for me. With love to lead the way, I found more clouds of gray than any Russian plane could guarantee. I was a fool to fall and get that way. Hi-ho, alas, oh, so lack-a-day. Although I can't dismiss the memory of his kiss, I guess he's not for me. I was a fool to fall and get that way. Hi-ho, alas, oh, so lack-a-day. Although I can't dismiss the memory of his kiss, I guess he's not for me. I guess he's not for me. He's not for me. Thank you. The worry. I'm here happy to do, but I have half my notes. I'm doing too many jobs tonight. I can't keep up. I am really proud to read about Charles Randolph Randy Goodrum. I just really kind of ran into him on my music and stuff and saw that he was from Hot Springs and all this. It's just been like 3 or 4 years ago, so I just fell in love. Randy Goodrum was born in Hot Springs, Arkansas in 1947. He attended Hot Springs High School, where he played piano in a combo with saxophonist and future President Bill Clinton during the Clinton-Gore presidential campaigns of 1992-96. Goodrum contributed original songs for the inauguration and the Democratic conventions. In his formative years, Goodrum studied with legendary jazz pianist John Puckett in Hot Springs while gigging at the Vapors and elsewhere around Arkansas. Besides Puckett, his influences include Bill Evans, Herbie Hancock, Horace Silver, and Oscar Peterson. He finished his bachelor's degree in piano at Hendrix College in 1969 and also studied one summer at the Berklee School of Music in Boston on a Downbeat magazine scholarship. Goodrum migrated to Nashville, Tennessee in 1972 and stayed busy as a studio musician for the next 8 years. Known best for his expertise on piano, it was during these years that he both collaborated with known artists and honed his signature songwriting style. He later did studio work in New York City, Los Angeles, and Atlanta, where he recorded with musicians like George Benson, Stan Getz, Ron Carter, Dave Grusin, and Al Jarreau. Albums under his own name include Fool's Paradise, Solitary Nights, and Red Eye Records. I have all of those on my iTunes now, and I play them a lot. You should too. Goodrum's songs have been recorded by jazz artists like Earl Klugh, George Benson, Tom Scott, Dave Grusin, Oscar Peterson, Russ Malone, Larry Coryell, Patty Austin, and Diane Shure. After living in Nashville, coastal Connecticut, and Los Angeles, Goodrum returned to Arkansas in 2014 and now resides in Fayetteville. Goodrum's accolades include serving as president of the Nashville Songwriters Association International and induction into the Nashville Songwriter Hall of Fame. From Goodrum's online biography, it is almost unimaginable that one songwriter has done time at top 40, adult contemporary, country rock, and jazz and R&B. I give you Randy Goodrum.
Wow. I really appreciate that. I'm very blessed and honored to, and actually thrilled to have grown up in Central Arkansas. I consider that, at the time when I was young, I thought, get me out of here. But then, the more I spent time away from there, I realized there's something, there's something in the water. I don't know what it is. But there's some magical cultural power that comes from this blend of all the kind of people here, especially in this region here of Central. And I say Central Arkansas because I spent a lot of time going between Hot Springs and Little Rock and places like that, playing with different bands and begging Henry Shedd and Larry to let me sit in at the Drummers Club. Did that a lot because I took my wife, who I met at Hendrix the second week there, with me to sneak into those clubs. But anyway, but I will also say that I draw a lot of power from just being in Arkansas, and this is, and I just realized sitting at the table, this marks my, what happened at Hendrix, the third or fourth week I was there, somebody asked me to help write a musical. And I said, why? And he said, I don't have time to do it. I nearly flunked out last year when I wrote the musical, so if you don't help me, I'm not going to do it. And I said, well, I'll give it a try. And he said, look, you're a jazz player. You know how to make stuff up. So I said, okay. And so here's the beautiful thing about that. I instantly started coming up with these ideas for production numbers and stuff during the musical, and, it was fun. And it was like jazz. Because, with jazz, you sort of have, each song has a sort of a soulful premise, and you just sort of build the skin and bones around it with whatever you're going to play in your own way. And so I eventually started having people record my stuff in 1977. So this is the 49th year, and I'm still doing it. This is my 49th year as a professional songwriter. And again, thank you. But I consider myself, I wake up every day as a jazz musician because it's the jazz mind that sort of governs how I create things. And so, anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it, and I'm gonna try to fumble my way through Stella by Starlight and watch what happens. So, please forgive me. Oh yeah.
Get a picture of
Oh, I forgot. That's why I came here, isn't it? That's me. Spell my name right.
yeah, Wendy. Yeah.
Congratulations, Randy. Let's give him another round of applause. Randy Goodrum. Thank you. And now we would like to welcome Gerald Sloan. He's on the board of directors, the advisory board member of the Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation. He will introduce the induction of Jonathan Caron. Welcome.
This is the first I've heard about this. So I composed or edited Jonathan's bio, but if it's here in front of me, I sure don't have it memorized. Do you want to help me? Do you have his bio? It's called improvisation. Band sounds good. This is the lone player. Plays the solo. This is the lone player. Plays the solo. Somebody played a solo 30 minutes ago. Here you go. They didn't tell you, sir. Thank you. Okay, as I said, it's called improvisation. I helped sculpt this bio from Jonathan, and unfortunately we've never met, and I hope to remedy that tonight, although we're both from Fort Smith. 2026 AJHF inductee Jonathan Caron. Jonathan was born and raised in Fort Smith, Arkansas. As a child and young adult, he performed in concerts and events across the state, working with pianist Deli Smith and Don Bailey Quartet. Since then, Jonathan has lived in New York, California, and Las Vegas, where he has had major success working in some of the finest jazz venues and performing arts centers. Caron continues to return to Arkansas to perform for various events and charities, including the Arkansas Woman of the Year Gala, Art Around the World at the Fort Smith Regional Arts Museum, DePaul USA Gala, Reynolds Cancer House, Crisis Intervention Center, and with the Arkansas Symphony. Now based in Las Vegas, Caron has been a leading force for jazz, contributing much to the arts and culture of the community. He is a preserver and innovator of straight-ahead jazz, striving to keep one of America's original art forms thriving. Caron sits on the boards of both the Las Vegas Jazz Society and the Jazz Outreach Initiative, and collaborates with these organizations to create new partnerships through performance, education, and advocacy. Caron's album, On and On, hit number 4 on the Billboard Jazz charts. His album, Live, hit number 2 on the iTunes Jazz charts. Shadow Fall was a collaboration with Thelonious Monk award-winning pianist Joshua White, and was included in the top jazz albums of the year by Roots Music Reports. Caron's most recent recordings are a holiday album entitled Christmas Wish and a unique collection of songs entitled Eclectic. These albums feature duets with singer Diane Shure and Jane Monheit. Courant has toured and recorded with such renowned artists as Kenny Rampton, Tamir Hendelman, Joe Alterman, and Houston Person. Honors include New York City Jazz Cabaret Honors, Best Singer for the Bravo California Awards, and being named one of the top 10 rising vocalists by Downbeat magazine. So Jonathan, would you stand up, please, and be acknowledged? Thank you. I hope he's planning to perform for you. Like I said, I didn't know this. My role here was very impromptu, and I just found out about it. So.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Good evening, Little Rock. Thank you so much. Thank you. I was, born and raised in Fort Smith, Arkansas. I've lived all over the place since then, but I truly believe that the foundation that I was given growing up in Fort Smith, my family, my friends, the community, really rooted me and grounded me and gave me the strength and courage to go off and chase my dreams and conquer some goals. And it's been had a beautiful and charmed childhood, and I always love coming back to my home state to be involved in different organizations and charity things, to share my voice and hopefully joy through music. This music, jazz, has truly enriched my life. I believe that it's given me a different insight and way of looking at life, but also enriched my life in ways that have truly given me a way to live a better life. And I just am so happy and honored to be a part of the Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation. Thank you, thank you. And James, where did James go? James, if I can be of any service, please let me know. Yeah? There's a bright golden haze in the meadow. Oh, there's a bright golden haze in the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. One, two, I say, oh, what a beautiful morning. Yes, what a wonderful day. I've got this beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. The cattle are standing like statues. The cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their heads as they see me ride by. And a little brown maverick is winking her eye. She said, oh, what a beautiful morning.
this beautiful feeling, everything's going my way. Everything's going my way. My way, my way, my way.
The sound of the earth is like music. The sound of the earth is like music. The breeze is busy, it doesn't miss a tree. And a weeping willow seems to be laughing at me. I said, oh, what a beautiful morning. Yeah, what a wonderful day. I've got this beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Yeah, everything's going my way. Everything is going my way. It's going my way. What a beautiful day. Ooh. Yes. Thank you. Let's hear it for this extraordinary band. This next tune is one that it's the first single off my most recent upcoming album that's going to drop later this year, but the first single released last month, and it's a freshened up recording with Diane Scher, my close friend and mentor. And we put our kind of sensual, sexy spin on Caught a Touch of Your Love. Yeah? I'm not feeling like I usually do. I think it might have something to do with you. Every time you're near me, my body gets a high. Don't need no doctor, I know what I got. I got a touch of your love. It came on overnight. I must have held you too tight last night and caught a touch of your love. Your affection has affected me. I'm feeling kinda dizzy and weak in the knees. I've been in love before, but never so bad. You're in my system and it's driving me mad. I caught a touch of your love. It came on overnight. I must have held you too tight last night and caught a touch of your love. The fever from your kisses tears me apart. It starts from your lips and goes straight to my heart. No need pretending, 'cause baby, I'm sure there's no cure and I've got to have more.
you're mine. No use pretending, 'cause baby, I'm sure there's no cure, and I've got to have more. I got a touch of your love, it came on overnight. I must have held you too tight last night and caught a touch of your love. I got a touch of your love. I got a touch of your love. Touch of your love. Oh. Thank you, thank you. I love you, Arkansas. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, that was great. Thank you. Once again, let's give them a round of applause. All right. Mr. Jonathan Laurent. Okay. And we really want to take this time to remember our jazz unsung heroes and those who have passed before us. We'd like to take a moment of silence to recognize Irene Crutchfield. She was inducted in 2022, Tonk Edwards, inducted in 2000, Clyde Pound, inducted in 2020, and Ken Walker, inducted in 2022. If we could just pause and take a moment of silence in remembrance of our unsung heroes and our distinguished jazz artists. Thank you very much. And next on our program, we have the induction of David Rosen and Marty Rosen posthumously. Sterling Ingram, he is on the board of directors as well with the Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation. He is here to present this next honor.
Marty Rosen. Marty was born in Chicago, but raised in Pueblo, Colorado. Marty was already an accomplished professional musician before moving to Central Arkansas. An astute businessman, he founded the Rosen Music Store. In fact, I bought my first clarinet at that store. One of Marty's greatest contributions, however, to music is actually his son, David Rosen. David is a great musician in his own right, a graduate of Henderson State University, an extremely talented trumpet player and band leader. David continued the legacy of his father at the Rosen Music Store. David also was one of the original board members of the Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation. And David served as the first president of this organization. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you David Rosen, standing in also for his father, Marty Rosen. Always the clown. David, on behalf of the Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation, I'd like to present these plaques to you. One for your father, Marty.
Thank you.
And one for you also.
I'll just sit.
You must wait for you. I'm going to say.
Well, thank you all, Sterling, very much for the introduction. I've known Sterling since he was very young. clarinet player. He dragged that sucker around in practice every other day. No, every day. He really did. And this is quite an experience and an honor. I'm to be included among the hardcore jazz guys in Little Rock and, of course, the state. I'm more of a society jazz guy. I played more theaters and that kind of stuff in the past. I was lucky enough to play some really good places and experience some really good talent and very nice people, among whom my favorites were Rosemary Clooney, Keely Smith, and Barbara Eden. They were all great singers, and Barbara was a dancer. And of course, some of the guys were really kind of fun. We had a lot of fun doing that. But I was lucky enough to do several things based in Little Rock, from Little Rock. Education here was good. Ended up going to Henderson State in 61 or 2, I guess it was. We went to the Notre Dame Jazz Festival and placed in the top 30 right behind North Texas, University of Michigan, and Henderson State Teachers College. So that was quite a nice little showcase for us. But we had a lot of fun and met a lot of great people and had good experiences. And again, thank you all for the presentations to my father. He was more of a jazz guy than I was. As I said, I was more of a theater player. But it was fun, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you all.
Dave, a couple of words about these songs that we're going to sing here. The first one, well, first of all, those of you who played in the Dave Rosen band at one time or another, there's 7 of us up here. Would y'all stand up, please? And some of them are already standing. Guido Ritchie, Danny Loretz, Craig Grubbs, Jerry Rogers, myself, Steve Travis, Jerry Williams, and Willie Allen. Well, we played often, a number of times, Samba de los Gatos.
Just a word or two, if could. These guys have gotten much older than I have. Obviously. I mean, you can tell just by the way I'm standing here leaning casually on the podium.
So anyway, when we would play this Samba de los Gatos for 4th of July, they would call it, he'd change the name, Samba de 4th of July. If we played it for Thanksgiving, he'd probably call it Samba de Turkeys or something. So tonight I think it would be fitting to call it Samba de Dreamland, or perhaps Samba de Jazz Hall of Fame, or Samba de Rosen. All right?
Ole.
All right, here we go. And this next chart is entitled Theme and Variations. It's composed and arranged by Bill Holman. I'm pretty sure this is one of Dave's and probably Marty's favorite composers and arrangers. And we played this a number of times to start off a program. It's just a nice, mild, nothing big and bold. It's just a good chart, a good tune to start a gig off and get the band warmed up. But we're warmed up. But anyway, here we go with Theme and Variations by Bill Holman.
The Swing Band Reunion, directed by Steve Travis. From the time we walked through the door, the music was wonderful. Thank you all so much. We enjoy the sounds. And next, for the induction of Larry Ross, we have Miss Nan Maureen Renault. She is also on the board of directors, the advisory board member of the Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation. Thank you, Nan.
This is Larry Ross, was born on May 29, 1947 in Little Rock, Arkansas, and graduated from Scipio Africanus High School in 1964. I'm sorry, I hadn't read that. As a high school senior percussionist, Larry had the unique opportunity of playing with the renowned pianist John Puckett. During this time, he learned fluid melodies and spontaneous breaks in many music renditions. Larry is a 1969 graduate of Philander Smith College, now Philander Smith University, with a Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education. He earned his Master of Science degree in Early Childhood Education in 1971 from State College of Arkansas, now the University of Central Arkansas, and also completed additional studies at the University of Indiana, Bloomington, and Arkansas State University, Jonesboro. He is the recipient of numerous awards in church, business, and the community. Larry had a long and noble career as a percussionist, working first with the John Puckett Trio, the Henry Shedd Trio, and the Art Porter Trio. The last two I sang with him quite a bit, which aired on ABC's Little Rock Channel 7 5 days a week. In the summer of 1969, Larry traveled to and around Europe, performing at intercollegiate jazz festivals with the innovative UAPB New Directions Quintet. Other members of the UAPB Quintet were James Leary, bass, John Stubblefield, saxophone, Salonia Smith, piano, Benjamin Jones, trumpet. After returning from Europe, Larry began his long and storied career with the Art Porter Trio. He has also performed with Pearl Bailey, Cab Calloway, Placid Adams, and New Orleans Dixieland Band, Pharaoh Sanders, T. Roy Benton, Betty Fowler, Amina Claudine Myers, Doug Stiles, Nan Renault, that's me, Leonard Johnson, and many, many others. He was conferred on Honorary Doctor of Human Letters degree in 1992 by Philander Smith College, and Honorary Doctor of Divinity degree in 1999 by Jackson Theological Seminary of the African Methodist Episcopal Church, and an Honorary Doctor of Pharmacy degree in 2015 by the Arkansas State Board of Pharmacy. Larry is married to Lillian White Ross, a retired tenured professor and chair of language and letters at Philander Smith College. They have 3 adult children, Angela M. Ross, Larry Ross II, Esquire, Erica Ross Hughes, Lenny, and 1 grandchild, Chase Hughes. Larry is a retired executive from AT&T Southwestern Bell Corporation with 32 years of service. Retired presiding elder of the Arkansas region of the Christian Methodist Church, 2003 to 2014. I have a personal note because I did work many, many times with Larry Ross. He was a gentleman and a scholar and a very nice man. I give you Larry Ross. I thought you were going to bring your sticks. I thought you might play with.
Thank you for such kind words.
Yes.
Appreciate that. All right.
Here is your flag. You want to see the flag? Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Here.
Allen Drumgoole, author and poet, wrote in one of her many poems, and I'm paraphrasing, "Old man," said a fellow musician near, "you're wasting your time playing music here and building here. Your journey will end with the closing of this day. You'll never again pass this way. You've crossed the dark chasm deep and wide. Why keep on building this musical bridge at evening tide?" The old percussionist, the old builder, lifted up his gray hair and said, "Good friend, in this path I have come, and there follow after me today a younger generation whose feet must pass this way. The stream of experiences which has been as naught to me, but to the younger generation may be a pitfall, you see. But to the younger generation, they too must cross this path in the twilight dim of their time. Good friend, I'm building this bridge not for me, but for them." On a personal note, before I make my comments, I'd like to recognize a couple of people. First, I'd like for Pauline Porter, the widow of Art Porter Sr. and the mother of Art Porter Jr., to please stand, my dear Pauline. All right. And secondly, I'd like to recognize this wonderful, wonderful mistress of ceremony whose father, T. Roy Benton, and his wife, Ira Benton. And T. Roy was the baddest trumpet player that I ever laid eyes on and heard with my own ears. I'm speaking from experience and not from hearsay. But I will say this to everything: there's a season and there's a time for every purpose under heaven. And to recognize Charles Ziegler, who told me 30-some odd years ago that you're going to be an ordained clergy, Ross. You're going to stop playing music. And to President Cobb, and to Mayor Larry Bryant from Forest City, Arkansas, and from my good friend Brooks Browning and his spouse. My brothers and sisters, never give a retired clergy a microphone. Jazz is an inarguable one of the most influential, foundational, and revered music genres, and I'm blessed to have been a part of it. Someone asked Louis Armstrong back in the day what jazz is. Armstrong replied, "Man, if you have to ask, you'll never know." Well, I want the younger generation to know about the talents of Nina Simone and Max Roach and Duke Ellington and Glenn Miller and Nat King Cole and Buddy Rich and their huge influences on jazz. I want the younger generation to know about the resilience of Dr. Edith Irby Jones, who was the first African-American student to attend and graduate from the University of Arkansas Medical Science Center. I also want them to know about Dr. Jocelyn Elders, the first African-American woman that was Surgeon General in the United States. And I want them to know about Florence Price and William Grant Steele. I want the younger generation to know, because one day they will grow up and whatever they decide to do musically or otherwise, I want them to do it with compassion. I want them to do it with understanding of a people who knows when things are right and when things ain't right. Somebody ought to say amen. Though I was a good athlete in high school, I even led it in basketball. Of course, I'm over 6'4". And the only other tall drummer that I knew was Louis Hayes, was a dynamic percussionist. But I also played timpanis. They called them kettle drums back in the old days. Y'all remember that? But it was the concert band. And we played all kinds of overtures, 1812, the William Tell Overture. We also played Egmont. And I can tell you that we also played William Tell, William Tell, William Tell. It was there that I learned to not only tune timpanis, but to also tune drums. And this old stick bag has been all over the world, on every continent except Antarctica. But it's not the stick bag, my brothers and sisters. It's what's in the pouch of the stick bag. And in the pouch of the stick bag, you see I have two items that I carry everywhere. One is a screwdriver, and the other is a drum key. I learned to tune drums just like I learned to tune timpanis. And further, I learned to put it in the contract, Randy, that you would have drums there for me when I got ready to play that I could tune when I was ready. But I pause to say this. The Bible frequently mentions percussions, and often it's translated to tambourines and timbres and tabrets. The Hebrew word toph is a hand drum, and it was used in the context of joyful worship. It was used in the context of celebrations. It was used in the celebration and victories. As a matter of fact, a biblical fact, Miriam, the sister of Moses and Aaron, used the timbrel to celebrate God when the Jewish people safely crossed the Red Sea. Drums were used to celebrate David's victory over Goliath and in worship before the Ark of the Covenant. And as some of you know, David was a skilled musician himself, as well as a prophet, and a great warrior, and a great leader. In 1971, the minor key television show was birthed on the Arkansas Educational Television Network, where Art Porter was the studio host, and his two sidekicks, Carwin Pleasant and Larry Ross, were the studio musicians. But fast forward with me for a second. See, I'm not going to play a tune, so I'm going to take my time. But fast forward with me to 2001, when I was elected chairman of the Arkansas Educational Television Commission. Now Arkansas, I still call it PBS. My wife Lillian and I spent some time and met Ken Burns, the distinguished documentary filmmaker. We met him in the Spa City in Hot Springs, Arkansas, to debut his PBS documentary, The History of Jazz Music. You all remember that? The late Alan Weatherly, executive director of AETN at that time, shared with Ken Burns that his chairman of the commission is also a retired jazz percussionist. So Ken Burns and I visited for a few. And he was so knowledgeable about jazz. Moreover, it was such a significant occasion for my wife Lillian and me and the people of Arkansas for just being in his presence. To me, my brothers and sisters, jazz has never been just about music. Jazz has been a cornerstone of modern cultural visions, advancements, and imaginations. To me, jazz is an archive about legendary icons, and it's an aesthetic model for new generations to be able to hear and to see and to play, to inspire and to consider others. Jazz is homegrown. You see, jazz is American music, world music, unrestricted music, freedom music, rhythmic music, melodic music, romantic music, tragic music. It's music about death, and it's music about living. And further, I discovered early on in my music career that jazz has been scrutinized, abused, and loved. I was blessed to have played with an incredible pianist by the name of Dave Brubeck. I heard some Take Five. And while I was a graduate student there at the University of Indiana School of Music, they had this summer semester program abroad at sea in 1999. Our professors included not only Dave Brubeck, but it also included Donald Johannes, the principal conductor of the Dallas Symphony Orchestra, along with several other professors from the University of Indiana. And so we cruised the Mediterranean Sea, studying about Verdi and all of his masterpieces and music theory. I had the opportunity to play daily with Dave Brubeck, along with Little Rock's own Grammy Award-winning bassist, James Leary III, who is also a member of the Hall of Fame. And we played tunes like Take Five and Blue Run to a la Turk. And Mary Lou and Terry Rasco, we played Little Rock Getaway on top of that. Yet we also learned from Mr. Brubeck that Dave Brubeck and his quartet, his trio, his duo, did an album called Southern Scenes in 1960. And it was released by Columbia Records. And Mr. Brubeck shared with us that they were pushing all kinds of boundary-pushing diversity and modernistic equity edges, better known nowadays as DEI. You see, in fact, Mr. Brubeck shared with Leary and with me that in January of that year, he canceled 25 concert tours of Southern colleges and universities after calls to replace his black bassist, Eugene Wright, who was an amazing, phenomenal bassist. They had arose because they said that Mr. Wright was featured too prominently on the album cover, front and center. We've come a long way. Somebody ought to say. So I commend the Arkansas Hall of Fame and those who came before the hall were even established. People like Jeanette Rockefeller, Townsend Wolfe, Arnold Williams, and Jim Porter. But one thing that Puckett and Shedd and Porter shared with me as a young percussionist, they each told me, Larry, be bold, be true, and be me while playing. They also shared with me that when performing, you will make some mistakes, but you have to be fearless. And it takes courage to truly be in the moment of the music in all of its improvisations, be it on basic tunes or be it on chord patterns. Freedoms, my brothers and sisters, take courage. And if you don't have freedom, then you cannot go to the next level of your abilities and your creativity. My congratulations to my fellow inductees. Your remarkable contributions to the music, which we all have in common and we all love, have contributed much for the younger musicians. And speaking of young musicians, in 1968, now I'm about around the corner, when a preacher tell you that, he's almost through. But I met an amazing pianist by the name of Randy Goodrum. On the set of the statewide ABC television station, Channel 7, Pam, it was called The Vic Ames Show, where we, the Henry Shedd Trio, were the studio musicians. The Vic Ames Show premiered in Little Rock in May of 1968. And you see, it was televised 5 days a week. And 6 nights a week, we were at the Drummers Club. What's his name? We were at the Drummers Club playing 6 nights a week there. I had a family, and God provided. Furthermore, Shedd was a good man, and when the Lord called him home, I didn't hesitate to fly to Las Vegas to pay my respect for such a giant. Well, Randy and I both were in college at that time. As stated, he was at Hendrix, and I was at Philander. But who knew, Goodrum, 60 years from that time, 2 young musical pups would be here tonight together as inductees of the Arkansas Jazz Hall of Fame. Somebody ought to say. Seriously, I'm deeply grateful to receive this extraordinary honor and recognition. And I do accept it on behalf of my wife, Lillian, our adult children, Angela, Larry II, and yes, he is an ESQ, Erica and her husband, Lenny, and he is a PLA, and my grandson, Chase, a recent high school graduate from Texas who has already decided that he's going to the University of Arkansas to study civil engineering. I also credit my parents, my late parents, Junius and Minnie Ross, and my 11 siblings. And no, they ain't cheaper by the dozen, y'all. But they supported me. My brothers, Reverend Isaac Ross and his wife Tracy. My brother Dale is here tonight as well. My sister Glenda, the last of all 12 of us, and her son Jeffrey. So to those of you who over the many, many years respected my playing ability and who were always there ready, swift to hear and slow to speak and slow to anger. Hopefully, Reverend David Freeman, all children will thrive and learn about the triumphs and the dark moments of our history and our country and keep the music alive and keep moving forward socially and culturally. The new generation should learn that they should bloom where they have been planted. That each of us should have a fair chance to succeed, be it in music or whatever we endeavor. So keep on listening, keep on supporting jazz in Arkansas, and to God be the glory.
Thank you so much. God bless. Yes.
I hope you enjoy this Neil Hefty composition and arrangement, drum feature featuring our drummer Robert Dobbins, entitled Cute.
Thank you, thank you. And now for our last but not least, we have our induction of York Wilburn Sr. posthumously, presented by Mr. Sterling Ingram, once again, with the Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation Board of Directors on the advisory panel.
York Wilborn, York Edwin Wilborn Sr. is a native of Little Rock, a graduate of Horace Mann High School and Arkansas A&M College, now known as the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. York began his music journey in the 9th grade at Dunbar High School, and he formed a band there called the Thrillers. There was a TV show in Little Rock on Channel 7 on Saturdays called Center Stage. Center Stage was hosted by Charles Bussey, and the Thrillers was the house band for that TV show. Now, these were young high school guys. In that band were Arkansas Jazz Hall of Famers, Henry Shedd, Ben Pruitt, T. Roy Benton, Pharaoh Sanders. These guys were all in the band led by York Wilburn. I have a little known rock and roll fact for you. York Wilburn wrote 2 songs, at least, for Jerry Lee Lewis, the rocker. One of those songs was called When I Get Paid. The other one was Love Made a Fool of Me, that he co-wrote with Henry Shedd. York was a staple of the 9th Street music scene for many, many years. He taught 28 years in the Mariana School District. But he always was home most weekends. And young guys like me would be at his house listening to him talk music and trying to learn as much as we could. York was recognized as a versatile, multi-genre musician whose impact extended from education into performance. I would like for York's family, if they would stand, please, so you can give them recognition. and accepting on York's behalf is his son, York Wilborn Jr.
On behalf of the immediate family, Pamela Gardner and Janice Williams, I'd like to thank the Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation for inducting my dad into this Hall of Fame. Special thanks goes out to Mr. Sterling Ingram and the selection committee. And when I found out that he was being inducted, word spread. I've got several of his students that he taught in Mariana that are here today. Could you please stand in recognition? Some of his co-workers, Ms. Catherine Coleman. She's 90 years old. She came, she worked with me in the Mariana School District, and family and friends from out of state. Could y'all stand up just for a minute? I'd like to thank y'all for coming and supporting the family. And if Dad was here, he'd be very proud that you are saluting him with this prestigious award. Thank you.
And some of his favorite musicians were John Coltrane and Miles Davis. And we're going to play a well-known Miles Davis tune entitled "For."
Okay, they have one more tune. Continue. Thank you.
I get to close the show. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out for me, other eyes smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to Georgia, Georgia. No peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Other arms reach out for me. Other eyes smile tender. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to Georgia, Georgia. No peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. An old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Thank you. Thank you. We had a wonderful time. Good night.
Okay, Nan Renault, thank you so much. And that is our evening, just a few closing remarks. We would like to acknowledge our partners to help to make this all happen. The Arkansas Heritage, Community Bakery, Dreamland Lounge, First National Bank of Paragould, Friends of the Dreamland Ballroom, Hillcrest Commons, Mosaic Templars Cultural Center, Premier Multimedia Group, Quality Video, Studio Maine, Beyond the Divide Project, and Swing Band Reunion. All right, once again, congratulations to the class of 2026 Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation's Hall of Fame inductees Charles Goodrum, Jonathan Curnow, and David Rosen, Marty Rosen, Larry Ross, and York Wilburn Sr. Congratulations to all, and thank you so much. One last announcement I would like to say, in your programs you will see this form, and this is a membership form to join the Arkansas Jazz Heritage Foundation. We invite you to visit us online at arjazz.org. Look up the information. Please feel free to join, or also you can give a donation. Thank you so very much for joining us tonight. You all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and good evening.